The goal is to like make people happy with very simple food, and simple food's tricky, man. It can be perceived in so many ways, and so many people have so many different thoughts on what it is. This is our take on it, and you actually can't think of a single man or woman in the kitchen who's not from the Midwest. So this is stuff we grew up on. We just have to make a lot of it real fast. We didn't want to go to the Loop. Felt like we were far enough away. We could really express ourselves and hopefully be something special for the neighborhood. We get deliveries from all the guys we know, the farmers and artisans and craftspeople, almost 5 days a week. So we're really confident in being able to offer them something that was either right on the vine or just in the ground or swimming in a small pond yesterday. We're proud of it.
So Fez, you say that Nightwood is a hipster's dream. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, I chose it because the menu's really fresh. It constantly changes, so I'm regularly surprised by what's on the menu, but I can kind of be guaranteed that the food is going to be good. It's really something else, and plus it's nice and cozy and comfortable. It's a good place to go out for the evening.
Is it romantic?
I think
or
it.
It's a place where you bring your friends and have a good night out.
We went. My lady and I went with a friend of ours, and so it wasn't particularly romantic because our friend was with us. That would have been awkward, I guess. But I could absolutely say that place would be great for taking someone out for an evening.
So Rob, you had not been to Pilsen in almost 20 years. What was your return like?
The neighborhood's completely changed. I wouldn't have recognized it, honestly. Just totally kind of gentrified. It was interesting going back to be back in the area since it's changed so much.
What did you think of the whole vibe of the place?
Vibe was good. Vibe was really good. I came on a night that we had a pretty bad storm, but the place was still full. And it was popping. A lot of local people. The wait staff was really good, energetic. The bartender was great. I ordered a drink called the Mr. Belvedere, and he goes, "Good choice." And I said, "Why?" He goes, "Well, I invented it." So he mixed it up, and it had Jim Beam rye with artichoke liqueur, which I've never experienced before.
Oh, the Chinar.
Chinar.
Yes, it's got this bitterness to it. It's an Italian Amaro.
Yeah, and it just sung. He had put a little bit of lemon rind in there, and I took a sip and went, "Wow, that's awesome." And he was like, "Yeah, that's mine."
Susanna, you went with your family.
Yes.
How was your experience?
It was okay. I don't think I would go back with my children. I think it's more for older setting, like a 30-something setting or a 25 and up setting. The food, I like the idea of the sustainable foods, and I did ask in regards to the ingredients where my son had ordered the duck, and I had asked where they came from, and they was farm raised. My food was great. I had some braised pork. The dessert, I think, was the best for myself. I had a panna cotta with rhubarb, which was phenomenal, with the sauce, with the strawberry sauce. Would I go back myself? I would, maybe with a girlfriend, but not with my husband and my kids. There was just not enough food for my husband to eat and to enjoy.
The fried chicken is probably the route to go because fried things are incredible. The trout was actually my favorite of the meals.
I had the trout too, and I thought the trout was really phenomenal. It had bits of pork belly, and that really boosted the flavor. The peas were nice.
The flavor for that was really great. I just got a steak, which was phenomenal, of course, but they had a crostini with a whipped goat cheese and ricotta over beets, and they had purslanes on it, which I hadn't had before. Wow. Really, I'm gonna leave right now and go get some more.
Yeah, we had that wood-roasted feta with the roasted almond and pepper salsa, and the flavors just sung on that thing. Usually feta, you get it really sharp, and they wood-roasted it. It completely changed the flavors. And the almonds and the peppers just really sang. You're right, the flavors just pop at that place. You can taste everything.
So Fez, I kind of joked earlier. I called it a hipster's dream. And sometimes hipsters
I'm not all that hip.
But would you say this restaurant is sort of hip and trendy?
I guess so. Generally when the food is that good, I tend to not really care what the environment is because I generally think about what I'm eating as opposed to where I'm seen eating. But I mean, you know, the staff and the clientele are, you know, they're well dressed. They put themselves together okay in the morning.
Well, I like the atmosphere. I did have a chance to engage with some of the wait staff. They came over and talked with us. I asked them in regards to, besides just the food, where it came from, but the whole idea of the place, and they were telling me about, for an example, the wine selection. They had this really neat reclaimed area of these railroad ties that they had just bought at Menards for $8, and they were able to drill holes in them, put them on against the wall, and they hung their wine bottles on there, which I thought were beautiful, and I might do that myself. Did you not see that?
I didn't notice that. That's right.
That was
Yeah,
so
I did
neat, and
notice
it was for $8, and that was so clever.
cheap, yeah.
Yes, and it looked really sharp, and I really liked the decor of everything. I love the lanterns. Everybody had their own personality, which I enjoyed that too, because I like people who are from everywhere.
It's nice for a really, really night out. I mean, I wanted to steal the chairs. I think they got them from somewhere else, but I was ready to bolt with one, but I figured it would look poorly upon us.
It's kind of hard to hide under your jacket.
It is. But I was looking at my car across the street. I was like, I think we can make it. But I think they still have them all there. So.
All right, Fez, you picked Nightwood. Sum it up for us.
I think that the atmosphere of the place is really great, and it complements the exquisitely prepared food with all the flavors that sort of complement each other but don't get in each other's way.
Rob?
And I really enjoy or promote eating sustainable foods and neighborhood and locally grown. So I think it's a great place to take your family or just a date.
All right, Zena.
I thought it was very trendy. I enjoyed that. As far as taking my children, I wouldn't go back with my kids. Maybe with my girlfriend, like I said, for a nightcap or some appetizers.
All right, well, terrific. Well, you can check out the scene for yourself at Nightwood, 2119 South Halsted, 312-526-3385. They're open for dinner Monday through Saturday and brunch on Sundays. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $40.